So I found my citation. This book is from the 90s, but it still holds up today. You can ask neuroscientists about how this is actually a really foundational book for laying out the entire structures and symphonies of the emotional systems of the brain and the circuitry and the play circuit and all those good sorts of stuff. Now, I'm just going to read the quick summary because there's a lot of things here, but anyways, it's a good book, and actually, I am very near to where this guy used to teach before he recently passed away, I think in 2017 or so. Attention deficit hyperactivity disorders, ADHD, impulse control disorders are due in part under the arousal of cortical functions. If we accept that heightened cortical activity can inhibit playfulness, it might well be that many children diagnosed with ADHD may well, in fact, be exhibiting heightened play tendencies. Their hyperactivity, impulsiveness, and rapid shifting from one activity to another may be partly due to their unconstrained, unfocused, playful tendencies. Indeed, the medications that are used to treat the disorder, psychostimulants such as methylphenidate, Ritalin, and amphetamines, are very effective at reducing playfulness in animals. Moreover, parents of hyperkinetic children often complain that one of the undesirable side effects of such medications is the reduced playfulness of their children. Obviously, parents value these childlike characteristics and are typically disturbed when the child's natural playfulness is pharmacologically diminished. If at least part of ADHD is caused by excessive playfulness, it becomes a profound societal question whether it is an ethical drug for children for such traits. For more on this question, Afterthought Chapter 15. Obviously, it is essential to maintain attention. Okay, maybe I should go to the after and see what that says. Considering the Tourette syndrome. Yeah. Consider one troublesome example of our present educational practices, the widespread pathologicalization of the rough-and-tumble play in the American school system. The widespread medical treatment of attention deficit hyperactivity disorders and hyperkinesis, as it used to be called, does not reflect an increased incidence of neurological disorder in American children, but an increased intolerance for childhood impulsivity. The use of drugs to control such symptoms in American school children has risen dramatically in the past few decades to the point where many believe it has become a national scandal. The neuroscience data clearly indicate that psychomotor stimulants such as methylphenidate and amphetamines can increase synaptic levels of catecholamines. I used to know what that word meant. I don't know what it is right now in the brain, and it is understandable why facilitation of noradrenergic tone in the cortex would increase attention spans in the classroom. Neurobiological function of this chemical system is to facilitate attentional processes and the maturation of such systems during childhood is slow. This is one of the reasons young children are so impulsive and playful. Obviously, these systems will mature gradually in some children. Will mature more gradually in some children than in others. Psychomotor stimulants certainly can increase attention span miraculously in children whose neurochemical development is slow. However, such drugs have many other effects on the brain. For instance, they markedly decrease playfulness, an effect that is well documented in animal studies. An excessively playful children now being medicated to reduce their natural desire to control the disorder? This seems to be the case for at least some of the children who are being medicated. If so, methylphenidate, instead of providing substantial... I need to hold this differently. Instead of providing a substantial opportunities for rough and tumble play, to the appropriate times of the day, such as early in the morning, okay, I think you get the point what this is saying. That's a bad word. Well, you guys can read this if you want. I'm taking too long reading this. I don't know what else they're saying here. It's going to be interesting. I have read this before. It was a fun read. I had to download a 3D model of the brain on my phone to pull out parts and really get a handle on stuff. It was fun practice.